I still have two more stories if you guys want to get into them.
Let's get right into the news.
Yes, let's do it. Which
or
one are we
to
doing,
quote our
Kat?
favorite Swedish chef,
Uh,
commence the news.
I want something funny. Let's do Paperboy Prince, the face of New York City. So,
yes, the thing.
yes. This guy recently showed up in the political sphere. His name is Paperboy Prince. He is, as Not the Bee describes him, a mix of Aladdin, a pothead, and an amateur rapper. Wrapped in sparkles in a skirt. Sounds pretty gay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sounds very gay.
He ran for mayor of New York City for the Democrats in the primaries.
I'd probably do better than... Fuck, who's the shitheel who runs New York City? De Blasio.
De Blasio.
Yeah, I just mix all of those New York
I don't
people
know.
together.
His platform includes cancelling rent, abolishing the police, and legalizing psychedelics. I'm okay with the last one, but the other two can fuck off.
Yeah, right. The last one is fine.
Here's because I went on to research more and I found a bit more. His platform includes canceling rent, abolishing the police, universal basic income of $2K, free healthcare and housing for all, and legalizing psychedelics.
Oh, and God. The money for this comes from where, you stupid fucking communists?
Yeah, I mean, that's like free housing. Like, to be on some like crack to say free housing.
I can agree with the legalizing psychedelics. I think most people on here can agree with that.
Oh yeah, psychedelics like changed my life.
Yeah, like I'm more of a decriminalized than legalized, but yeah. That's
but
not
the rest of it is
problem.
Obviously like left-wing lunacy. It's crazy shit.
It's basic communist bullshit.
And he goes so far as to call it his utopia plan.
Oh. So he is a communist.
There's a reason why God stopped the Tower of Babel, which is that we cannot build utopia, and we're gonna fuck up if we try. That was a mercy from God. That was a mercy. He was like, no, this will be better than letting you guys, like, fuck yourselves over.
I really hate, with a burning passion, people who believe there is a utopia possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not.
He states, I'm going to create a utopia because anything less is not an option. Right.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Okay.
The early stories in the Bible are so, like, fucking based. The Tower of Babel is, like, the 5th story, and it's anti-utopia. Then the 3rd story is anti-communist. Like, the first murderer, Cain, like, murders his brother because he's jealous of him for being more successful. Like, just saying, based Bible.
Yeah. So, on June the 6th, he went in Manhattan, he handed out weed, he threw cash in the air, and apparently he even met and talked with AOC.
Oh,
people were impressed at the size of blunts he was smoking.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would have showed up for the free weed.
Yeah, and free cash.
Yeah.
But
actually, no, I have too much self-respect. It kind of annoyed me once when I was... And, like, somebody who was, like, you know, running a booth along Speedway, like, was handing out, like, free French fries. And so they gave me French fries, and I'm like, oh, thanks. And they started, like, yeah, we're from Planned Parenthood, and we're just campaigning for... And I'm like, oh, God, if I had known that, I would have refused. Yes.
When Not the Bee said he was an amateur rapper, they meant it. The guy has made multiple songs, one of which is his campaign video.
Oh God, here we go.
Bezek, can you bring it up?
This one? This fucking abomination?
I'm just waiting. There's that. Just mute it because it might be copyrighted.
It probably is.
Just mute it and press play, and let's have a look at it.
Okay, let's
because
see.
it's very enjoyable.
So his love gallery. First thing he does, jump on a car. Yeah. He's wearing a Game Boy Advance SP on a fucking chain around his neck.
At least he's not wearing a mask.
Of course he's got his nose pierced. No, yet another demonstration that he's not a real man. He's got several watches that he's clearly stolen.
Yeah. But, right, so you look at him, he's obviously a shitposter to some extent. No one wears a Game Boy SP around their neck. Like, he's a shitposter.
Yeah, I kind of have to respect that a little bit.
I find the video very funny.
Well,
like,
honestly, the best thing about it seems to be that the game is Pokemon Yellow, the best Pokemon game.
Yes. It's an entertaining video. It's pretty funny. I like it. So there's some amount of shitposting to what he's doing, but I do believe his core political message is genuine. He actually believes it, right?
Yeah. Where does this loser get the money? I'm gonna guess drugs.
No, well, actually, rapping, you know? He's done music from before the...
I'll be honest, rap is just money laundering for drugs.
I guess, but I don't know which state it was, but I think one of the U.S. states has decided to encourage artists by giving them money for having for being SoundCloud rappers.
Oh God!
The guy at Raz, the guy Raz got money from the government for being a SoundCloud rapper.
The Chaz Warlord got money for...
Yes.
Whoa, what is that psychedelic shit in, like, the middle right?
Happiness frequency, chakra healing music bullshit.
Binaural beats type of stuff. Alright, so that's not all. The guy has a campaign website.
But White, it gets worse.
Yep.
Let's check it out, shall we?
Yes, it's pink.
There we go.
First thing I can tell you about it is it's pink.
It is pink.
It's
and
a lot
if
of
you
pink.
scroll down, we can have a look at his campaign promises. And he split them into 4 categories. Lower down.
Oh, we're going lower than his top priorities.
No, that one. I'm just a bit behind. The video is a bit delayed.
Yep, so his top priorities is mayor.
Number 1, guaranteed income for all. That's the UBI shit that he's talking about, right? We've covered that. Then you have spreading love and creating love centers.
I'm pretty sure that's what, like, churches were for and what churches were doing.
Just to give you something to spend your UBI on.
No, but this is possibly the last thing I'd want to hear from the mouth of a Democrat.
It's spreading love and creating love centers.
So,
yes,
that's the thing. That's what churches were supposed to be. But then the left.
No, this is love with children. It's Democrats.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That section is pretty interesting because if you read down, it's actually not too bad. He seems to be tackling some important issues with that can actually it's stuff right wingers actually complain about, and he has a solution for it here. Obviously, of course, this would cost incredible amounts of money, and people in New York wouldn't use it, but it tackles some important problems.
Yeah, but that's what church is supposed to be for, but the left has been, like, shitting all over those.
Many people have become atheist recently, or have been scared away from religion by a leftist.
Yeah, so they're trying to fill a vacuum that they...
Yeah, exactly. So here's what it
and they're
offers.
so empty as people that they can only fill it with trash like this. They can't fill it with anything of value.
Yeah. So here's what it offers: mental health resources. It tries to strengthen marriages, which is pretty good. Domestic dispute resolution, that's great.
Learning languages, job trainings,
learning
ending
languages
gang
would be nice.
violence.
And if they do tackle the marriage problem and domestic disputes and stuff like that, if they actually strengthen marriages and not as many people in the black community would end up in single parent households, maybe it would actually lead towards ending gang violence,
Yep. But he does go on to say, free childcare. Okay, that's a nice idea. But free for who?
Yeah, we used to have that until the size of the workforce doubled and depressed everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny because Elizabeth Warren actually pointed that out, but she'd never be caught saying that.
I mean, most places have free childcare. It doesn't really bother me. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I suppose.
It also says it will try to end social media addiction.
Okay.
Pretty good. I like that.
Not necessarily a bad idea, but I'd like to know how they plan to do that.
The only
Since if
problem
it
I have
wasn't
with-
for social media addiction, this loser wouldn't have got anyway.
Yeah. The only problem I have with it is while the people in New York City would be the ones that need it the most, people in cities live horrible lives. They would be the most reluctant to get it. I don't think these would actually be used if they had the money to build them and they built them. I don't think they would be used that often.
No, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah. So I guess it's not as bad of an idea as it sounds, but I don't know if it would work in practice, which is
I love how
pretty
in his third point, though, he says absolutely nothing. That's like 4 or 5 sentences to say jack shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Healthcare. Oh, hold on. Our healthcare system hasn't served marginalized or the. I disagree. I got run over by a car and it served me well.
Can you tell us the story of how you got ran over by a car?
He tells it every week.
Has heard it. I don't think everyone heard it yet.
Yeah, so I mixed spiced rum with apple blackout, drunk, and somehow passed out in front of my driveway at night where black, and then my roommate and best friend got home and didn't see me because I blended into the street. And yeah, and then his Honda Civic was on top of me. Yeah.
That sounds
fun
wonderful.
times.
Lucky it was a pussy car, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. So his last point, he touches on futuristic schools. He wants to put control of the education in the hands of the parents and the students instead of what he says out-of-touch school boards.
Oh,
Which
good.
sounds-
So we'll
that
get
sounds
critical
amazing.
race theory out of the schools. Beautiful. Sounds
No,
great.
Listen. That sounds amazing until you read literally the next sentence.
Yeah.
It says, it wants to make students great people with awesome ethics. Awesome ethics by leftist standards, I suppose, since this guy is a leftist.
Yep. And then equip
I mean,
them
the
with
first half of
schools
that
that will
paragraph
be...
sounds fine, and then the second is just weird.
Yep.
Like, at that point, I'd rather homeschool my kids.
Yep, and he wants to equip them with skills that will be valuable now and in the future. Okay, that says nothing. We need to focus less on grades and standardized tests, more on creativity and finding what makes each student unique and what their top talents are. Cool, so that's another reason to just do away with schooling and homeschool your kids.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually kind of an interesting thing about the whole standardized is that the left in a lot of these places push standardized. They're like, it's racist, it hurts minorities. But if you look at the data, standardized testing actually helps more minorities get into college. Without it, less minorities would be able to get into college. So standardized testing actually helps minority communities like the ACT, the SAT. So if they got rid of that to help them, it wouldn't actually help them very much.
Yep, it had also achieved... It's also so fucking stupid as a mayoral thing. Like, okay, you've now done away with all this stuff in one city. Congratulations, it's now then worthless to the rest of the fucking country.
Yeah, but he only needs to care about New York. He would only be the mayor for New York City, so I can't blame him on not affecting further change.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about affecting further change. I'm saying that the kids that come through his system will not be able to get an education elsewhere because without the standardized testing scores, they can't apply for university anyway.
No, you're right.
Like, it's still so fucking stupid anyway.
I think the way schools are doing the teaching and the testing is absolute garbage. I can speak for the UK because this is what I've learned, and I've just finished sixth form. I've just been through the school, fresh out of school into university, and it's awful. It's actual garbage. But I don't know if this idea would fix it.
It probably wouldn't. Like, if you want individualized stuff for each student, just homeschool them.
Homeschool? Or go to a private school.
Yep.
I've been to a private school. Not that I could afford it. I got a scholarship. And it was great. We had classes of like 6 students. And the teachers actually had time to individually teach everyone on the things they weren't good at,
Yeah, it's amazing how that works.
I quite enjoyed the fencing lessons.
I wish I'd had
private. Just finished sixth form.
Homeschooling good. State school bad. I don't know how to say.
But did you just say you just finished sixth form?
I'm first year of uni.
So were you like 17, 18?
I'm 19 now. I'm the youngest one here.
Jesus Christ.
Right, yeah, no shit. Like,
hey, it's not me anymore.
Yeah, no, second's like the second youngest one. Hey, there we go. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, base.
Half my age.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't give Vosh any ideas.
So I can't wait for Paperboy Prince Utopia, where the police is abolished and criminals can break into your house, kill your family, kill your dog, then kill you and get no repercussions out of that.
It should be fun.
Sounds like a great place. Yeah, so that was Paperboy Prince. Interesting character. I don't think we'll see him for the last time now. He didn't win the mayor seat, but I don't think this is the last of him that will.
Wait, who won the mayor seat?
Bill de Blasio.
Aww.
Color me surprised.
God damn it, de Blasio.
I thought there was some guy who was like trying to beat him out, who was like, come on, we got to do like something about this crime. That was the guy Tucker was talking about in the video where more drug ODs in Penn Station. How vibrant.
How vibrant.
It does amaze me that these places keep voting these people in. I mean, like, it's like London constantly voting in Sadiq. London has just become more and more and more of a shithole. It's like, oh yeah, just vote him in again. Yeah, it's like it just seems so incongruous, Like,
yeah. No, that's because the people that Sadiq Khan wants to come to London want London to be a shithole.
Yeah, I guess.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed this segment from the Sultans of Shadilay podcast.
If you like this segment, please click like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out the full podcast in the description below.